Obsidian, a daily workflow for knowledge workers. Obsidian is one of the most effective tools for knowledge workers because it's built for thinking and not just storing information. It works offline, stays fast even with large amounts of data, and lets ideas connect naturally over time. This daily workflow shows how knowledge workers can use Obsidian to manage tasks, research, ideas, and insights without turning productivity into a second job. So if you don't have Obsidian yet, go to your web browser and type in Obsidian MD, get Obsidian for your system, install it, run it, open it up, and name your first vault. And when you do so, you will enter your new vault. It won't look like this because I have some notes over here and a note opened up, and the graph view has a few notes as well. If you have a new vault, it's going to be completely empty and you're just going to have one note here and no notes. And now here we will be making a daily workflow for knowledge workers. So why knowledge work needs a different workflow is because knowledge work isn't predictable. Tasks evolve, ideas appear randomly, and work is rarely done in one sitting. So the traditional task managers struggle with this because they separate notes, tasks, thinking, and reflection. Now this Obsidian workflow is going to keep everything contextual and not fragmented. So we are going to have a simple vault structure. What you're going to do is inside your Obsidian vault, which we have right here, you're going to create the following folders. And I've just created some space for the folders, and I've also gone ahead and I have created the folders. So what folders you're going to create are the inbox folder, first of all. So you need a folder for the inbox, you need an archives folder, you need a daily folder, you need a notes folder, projects, and resources. And then this is additional, you can have a templates folder. If you want to have any templates, you're going to put them in here and you're going to connect that to your templates. So these are the folders, and what each folder does is that the inbox folder is going to have quick capture and zero thinking. So it's going to capture any ideas, any thoughts, any task that comes to your mind, any incomplete thought, any quote, anything you want to note down, anything that comes to your mind when you are here and trying to think about your projects or any assignments or any idea you're thinking about, any pieces of wisdom, whatever you're thinking about, you're going to just note down what you're thinking, any ideas, and you're going to put them in the inbox right over here. So without thinking, no thinking, just put the notes in here. You're going to go here, you're going to create the note down whatever you want, and then you're going to take the note, you're going to put it in here. Then you have the daily folder, and in that folder, you're going to have your workday timeline. So you're going to create a timeline, and that timeline is going to be for your workday. You're going to open up maybe your daily note over here. And then here, you're going to note down what your workday is going to be like. And then you're going to put that folder. When you're done with it, you're going to put it in your daily folder. Then you have your projects folder. In the projects folder, you're going to have any ongoing work and research. So whatever is ongoing, you're going to keep those notes. Every project is going to have its own note, and then you're going to keep those notes inside the projects folder. You're also going to have a notes folder, and in that folder are going to go any ideas or concepts or insights which are a little bit more mature than the ones in the inbox. So any ideas that you have really thought on and you think that you want to move forward with them, you want to move ahead with them, then you're going to put that in notes. So the notes are going to contain those kind of ideas and concepts and insights. In the resources folder, you're going to have any references, links, or reading notes, as the name suggests, and any resources are going to go over there. In the archives, you're going to have finished or inactive work. So any work which is inactive, which you don't currently need, you're going to put those in the archives, and you're going to put in any finished work. So any notes, for example, in the project, you have a note for every project. Once that project is done, you're at the bottom, you're going to note down a review of what worked out well, what didn't work well for the projects, and then you're going to take the note from the projects and you're going to put it in the archives folder. So that is how the notes are going to work. This structure scales without constant maintenance, and this this is really going to work out well. So next, for your knowledge system, what you're going to have is you're going to have your daily notes, and you are going to make the daily notes your work hub. So over here, you open up your daily note, and we have that open. Your daily note is going to be your work hub. Now, how is that? You're going to, at the top of your note, you're going to write your daily focus. So there you go. For your daily note, what you're going to write at the very top is daily focus. And then down below, you're going to write primary work focus, secondary work focus, and optional progress task. And below that, you're going to create 3 sections. So 1, 2, 3, and you're going to have tasks and actions, notes and observations, and then insights and decisions. So you're not planning the entire week. You are planning just the day and just creating clarity for the day. Here, you're going to note down all these things, and every time you come over here to Obsidian, you're going to open up your daily note from here, and then you're going to note down all these things. Now, you could create a template out of this. So if you put this in your templates folder, you can go down here to your settings and open up the templates. And then here you can decide, I had this set already, but you won't. So you're going to put the templates folder, or whatever folder you want to name it, which you want the templates to be in. So mine is this one. It is called templates, and it has a template inside. So you're going to name that, and then your templates folder would be connected to your templates here. And whenever you want to insert that template, it will be inserted. So what you can do is every time you come up here and you open your daily note. So I haven't opened the daily note, but to show you, you're going to open up the daily, you're going to click here. The daily note is going to open up, and then you're going to insert the template. And this is the template. So that is going to be inserted. You can also rename the template as your daily focus maybe. So rename it to daily focus. And as soon as you come here, you're going to open up your daily note here, and then you're going to insert the template, and this is going to be, oh, what happened? So wait, let's put this in the folder, and there we go. So every time you come up here, what you're going to do, you're going to come here, you're going to open up your daily note, and then you're going to insert your template. You're going to decide, I want to put in the daily focus note, and there we go. So that is the daily focus. And then I'm going to start typing away what the primary focus is, what the secondary focus is, and then what the insights are, and any notes and observations. So you're going to note all of that, and then you're going to know what you need to do throughout the day. You can also take this note and you can pin it up here. You can keep viewing it throughout the day while you're working on whatever your tasks are. So you can go back and you can open up your other folder and notes, and then you can keep coming back to your pinned note. So this is how that is going to work. In order to keep you focused or help you plan your day, you're going to use that. Next, we are going to talk about fast capturing with zero friction. So during the day, a lot of thoughts appear constantly. For example, any idea, any question can come up in your mind. You can have any tasks which are on your mind, and you can be thinking about any insights. Everything, all of that stuff is going to go into the inbox over here. So all those thoughts, the pieces of wisdom, incomplete thoughts, ideas, whatever, are going to go in the inbox over here. And the rule for your inbox is that you're going to have 1 idea per note. So every idea is going to get its own note. So let's name this idea. You have an idea, it's going to get its own note, and that note, you're going to take it and you're going to put it up here in the inbox. And the second and third rule are no formatting and no organizing. So no formatting, no organizing. You are not going to do any of that. This is going to keep your brain focused on work and not managing any of the tools. Then moving towards your projects folder. In the projects folder, you're going to have your project notes, and in order to work with them, you're going to have each ongoing responsibility. And in order to work on your project notes, what you are going to do is you're going to assign each ongoing responsibility its own project note. So every responsibility, every ongoing project is going to get its own project note. So this is going to be the note, and you're going to take it and you're going to put it in the projects folder. So inside that folder, let's go here. This is the projects folder. It has the note on the project, and inside that note, you're going to note down, what you're going to note down is You're going to note down. So each project is going to get its own note, and this is our project note. I've titled it project note over here. And what you're going to write inside each project note or information regarding each project note is going to consist of what this project is about. So you're not going to give these headings, but this is just to show you, but you're going to remember to note things related to this. So you have the project note, and you're going to write what this project is about. You're going to write down why it matters. You're going to write down its current status. And then in the end, one clear next action. So this is going to give you a sense of direction, one clear next action. And then once that one is complete, you can come here and you can update it to the next clear action. So that way you can link your daily note to the project you worked on that day. And over time, the project will tell its own story. So it's just going to continue and go on. And with the link that you're going to make, is going to connect very well. And you'll be able to see how the project played out, the whole journey of the project. The notes folder over here, you're going to use it for thinking and not for storage. So in the notes folder, you'll have the ideas, the learnings, the concepts, and the mental models. The notes don't need to be perfect. All you need to do is write them clearly and link them when useful, and then leave the rest messy. So knowledge compounds through usage and not through organization. You need to remember that. And then where you have the resources, you're going to put in all the resources here, such as any articles, any PDFs, any links, any reference material, or when something matters, you can add when any of these reference materials need a short summary, or if they need any link to a project or note, you're going to add that. So this is going to prevent information hoarding, and it is going to keep your research actionable. And then at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you have a mini reset that you usually do at the end of the day, which is something like checking off any completed actions, moving unfinished tasks forward, and adding any key insight to the notes. This takes 5 minutes, but it clears mental residue completely. You can also have a weekly review for knowledge workers. So once a week, you can clear your inbox, you can review any active projects, or you can archive completed work or identify recurring ideas or blockers. And this is where clarity compounds. So you're not going to have any dashboards, no analytics, and just reflection. So this Obsidian daily workflow works because it mirrors how knowledge work actually happens: non-linear, contextual, and idea-driven. So instead of forcing structure, it lets structure emerge naturally. If your work depends on thinking, learning, and decisions, Obsidian becomes more than a note app, and it becomes your thinking space.